Nothing more, nothing less. You are welcome. The land of rising sun. God is saying, Mama, anywhere you from, around the world, come and see who we are. You are welcome. Welcome to Biafra. It's about no equal. I'm gonna see you are welcome. Anywhere you from, around the world, come and see who we are. You are welcome. Welcome to Biafra.
Welcome. Share the program as you join. Share on your platform. Share.
We are Biafrans. We believe in quality education. We can be partners. If you're ready for innovation, I can imagine. It can connect and connected. It will be better.
Share the broadcast as you join. Please kindly share, like and share. Click like and share as you join.
what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion with one blood and one flesh of your children, the Epics and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are born, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra. That your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you.
Welcome, 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 fellow Biafrans. My brothers and sisters, I appreciate you. Please kindly like and share. And while you are joining, exercise patience. If we have a disruption, I'm going nowhere. I will be here to finish my program, continue to pass the information to make sure the Biafrans get the message straight. No matter the attack we get, no matter the obstruction and disruption, we will continue to send out the message, and they will hear us whether they like it or not. Our message is clear. The restoration of Biafra is a mandate that must be hearkened unto, and no man born on the earth will stop it. It's you that have been able to connect to this very broadcast. Every one of you in the comment section, I appreciate you. I thank you so much for you being able to connect to us and join us today. I appreciate you. I thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for being there all the time. I can see so many of you who are always here. Each time I come online, you're always here. It is because of you that I still have the strength to continue to move on. And as long as you are here with me, I will continue to come on. Please, as you join, share this broadcast on every platform where you belong. Share it and click like. Like and share. It is very important. That is the radical evangelism that we are doing. You are part of the radical evangelism. You are going to go radical by sharing the video the way you have not shared before. If you know the people you have not reached before, reach them with this video and share so that they can hear us and know the state of things in Biafran land. No matter how they try to stop us, no matter the attack they are bringing from east, west, north, and south, we cannot allow them to stop us. They cannot stop us. They can't. They are coming very late. They are coming very late. No matter where they are coming from, no matter where they are coming from, the angle they are coming from, I bet you they are coming very late. Please, you have to support the best way you can, support this very platform so that we can be able to reach out as many people as we can. Today's message, we will continue to bring out this message and continue to speak to Biafran people and tell them things that they need to know. The enemy want to stop us, but they cannot stop us. And I will urge you to be there, pay attention until we get to the message end. And as you're paying attention, like and share. If there is somebody you will get to this message with that you have not gotten to, please try to like and share. Today, we are coming back again. Remember, this platform is an autopiloted platform under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Ekpa and on Leslie Kanu. What we do here is to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We do not preach propaganda. We do not preach hate speech. We do not attack people. What we do is to set the record straight and make sure that we debunk every single lie against us. Every single lie against Mazen Nandekan, every lie against the autopiloted IPOB, whatever lie the enemy is telling against us to bring us down, whatever confusion they are bringing, we bring them here and we shred them into pieces and expose them. That is what we do. And today we are here once again. We are back here once again to deliberate on a very important issue. A very important issue. One of the important topics that we must have to look at, and we will never deter. We will never stop and will never change. Today, we are going to talk about a very important issue. A very important issue because things are getting worse by day. Things are getting tougher. The enemy is devising different means. Today we will expose the hypocrisy of the people who call themselves enemy of Biafra. I welcome you who is joining me, any place that is joining. I appreciate every one of you. All those people who are now pushing their hypocrisy, we are going to today touch on those hypocrisy. I told you initially from the beginning of this year that hypocrisy will increase, attack will increase, propaganda will increase, blackmail will increase, and as they increase, we will increase in our exposition, we will increase in our decimation, we increase in destroying them, decimating them, and making sure we shred their effort to pieces, and they will never ever stand us. They can never ever stop us. It doesn't matter how they try, as long as we are standing on the mandate of Chukwu Kabiawa, preaching the gospel we need to preach, they cannot stop us. They will only try, but they will never succeed. They can try for all I care, but they will never ever succeed in stopping us. Wherever you're watching from, I urge you to tighten your seatbelt, share to anybody you have not shared before, so that we can be able to move on. In this hypocrisy, so many of you have seen a lot of things online. And remember, what we do on a daily basis is that the information we see online that are not right, we come here to tear it into pieces. Those that are not right, not put correctly, we come here to put it correctly. A lot of false information are going out there. Some of them are the information that we have decimated and destroyed, and they are springing up their head again. Before we dive into that, I will let you know that you must pay attention to everything that is happening. Pay attention. Remember, our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, have announced another emergency sit at home, that if they refuse to release Mazen Nandekano by 22 of this month, 23 and 24th of this month will be a sit at home. Total lockdown in Biafra land. If they refuse to let Mazen Nandekano go from now till 22nd of this month, there will be a total lockdown in Biafra land. So prepare yourself. You know we are dealing with a stubborn pharaoh. We know we are dealing with a pharaoh that must see something happen before they act. They will never take action until they see our reaction. And we are going to continue to give them reaction. We are going to continue to step up the game. Remember, our spokesperson, Master Samuel, has said it several times, that as they have sent Mazen Nandekano to the Zoroastrian Republic through extraordinary rendition, we are going to do extraordinary things to release Mazen Nandekano. Today, it has become very clear that the release of Mazen Nandekano, the freedom of Mazen Nandekano, is in my hand, is in your hand, is in the hand of the genuine agitators, the autopiloted group. The freedom of Mazen Nandekano is in your hand. That is why we are stepping up the game. As they are shouting on different corners, trying to overshadow or trying to confuse us, as they are trying to add their voice to think that they are going to use their voice to bring us down, as they are trying to activate their voice by adding their voice and demand for release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that when they say that we go and relax. Our spokesperson have spoken the mind of Biafran people, and the mind of Biafran people is why they are calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are the people that will take the legitimate action to release him, and we have given them a date. We don't just talk and sit back. We give them a date. From now till 22nd of this month, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not released, it will be a total lockdown in Biafra land, 23 and 24th. Our spokesperson have tweeted and he made an announcement, and every Biafra must put that at heart. Put it at heart. Put it at heart. Remember, don't say you were not warned. Don't say you're not told. I have told you the main purpose of our struggle, the main purpose of the auto-piloted IPOB, number one, is to safeguard the lives and property of Biafran people, to make sure that life is safe, to make sure that we protect our people. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself gave us that express order from the court. He told us our duty is to protect Biafran people and not to kill them. And that protection is what we are giving to the Biafran people. And let me tell you, we are going to do everything possible to see that Biafran people are safe. That is why we tell you at hand before things happen. Today, you have heard the news, you have heard the announcement that if they refuse to release our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from now till 22nd of this month, there will be a total lockdown of Biafran land on 22, on 23, and 24th. There's no two ways about it. If they refuse, total lockdown of Biafran land. Begin to prepare yourself. Begin to key in. Begin to evangelize. Begin to tell your neighbors. Tell your families in Nigeria. Tell them. Because in the last time they were warned, people that will tell you not to obey the sit at home, those people who will tell you don't listen to them, they don't know what to say, they will be the same people that will come and take your life. Why we draw ears and tell people beforehand is because we want to make sure that we pursue and follow our responsibility to save the life and properties of Biafran people. We do not derive joy in the death of any Biafran. We do not want to lose any soul of a Biafran, whether a child, whether a mother, whether a father, whether women or men, whoever you are. We don't care what you believe and what you profess. We don't care about your religion. As long as you're Biafra, it is our responsibility to make sure that your life and property is protected. That is why each time an action will be taken, we will continue to sound it as a warning. We continue to notify you, continue to notify you, so that to make sure that you don't forget. If at the end of the day you choose the other way around, to sacrifice yourself, you choose the other way around to disobey and endanger your life, then your blood will be on your head. You will be responsible. You'll be responsible for your own calamity. You don't have to blame the Biafran agitators. You blame yourself for believing falsehood, for believing that which is wrong, for fighting against your own self. Any place you are today, open your ears and listen. The secret war has intensified, and today we are making it open. It is going to be much more open. As the day goes by, you will see more things coming in. And I tell you, if you are a member of autopilot, begin to rejoice. Count yourself as the chosen person. If you are autopiloted by Chukwu Okike, you are one of those who is listening to the direction that Chukwu Okike is giving to us through our spokesman, Simon Ekpa. You are autopiloted. Count yourself lucky, because every single thing we have been doing since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up to today is yielding fruit. Is yielding fruit. Every single thing we have been doing is yielding a very marvelous fruit. Every single action we are taking is yielding fruit. And I tell you, as long as we continue to follow the direction, as long as we continue to do the activity right, let me tell you, we are going to be victorious. Today, it has become very, very clear that the only people that are standing for the Biafran people, standing for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and demanding that right, which is our desire, is the autopiloted group. They can't hide it anymore. Go to their news media. In their media, you can only hear about autopilot. In their media, you can only hear about Master Simon Ekpa. You cannot hear about another person. The only voice that they listen today as the voice of Biafran people is the voice of our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. And he will continue to speak loud, and speak loud to the hearing of the whole world. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, will continue to speak louder and louder as the day goes by. And today, it has become clearer. Initially, you know their propaganda and blackmail. They say he's a child. They say he's childish. They say he's a criminal. They say he doesn't know what he's doing. They say he doesn't have control. Today, the confession is coming from them that our supreme and our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, is in charge of the situation in Biafra land. And being in charge of the situation, we are going to use that strength. Master Simon Ekpa is going to use that strength to make sure that they feel the impact of the Biafran people, and the release of Master Nnamdi Kanu will be granted automatically. They have no choice. Unconditionally. They will release Master Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, whether they like it or not. It doesn't matter whether they believe it. It doesn't matter whether they want it. It doesn't matter their propaganda, their blackmail. They will never hide it anymore. In the past, they have been. These are a bunch of hypocrites. Bunch of hypocrites. Some of them today, because they cannot be able to acknowledge the truth, they will come and tell you that Master Nnamdi Kanu was a nice man. Master Nnamdi Kanu was doing it well. Master Nnamdi Kanu knows it all. Master Nnamdi Kanu is a calm person. Master Nnamdi Kanu is understanding. Master Nnamdi Kanu will listen. Master Nnamdi Kanu will permit election. These are the same people who have called Master Nnamdi Kanu different kinds of derogatory names. They have called him different kinds of derogatory names. And after calling him those names, today, they are now realizing that their hero is Master Nnamdi Kanu. And let me tell you, these are a bunch of hypocrites. They don't have a good mindset. They don't have a good agenda. Their purpose of recognizing Master Nnamdi Kanu is not for good. They are recognizing Master Nnamdi Kanu not to demonize our spokesperson, who is the disciple of Master Nnamdi Kanu, a carbon copy of Master Nnamdi Kanu, and they are demonizing him, trying to take away the mind of the Biafran people from the spokesperson of Biafra, whom Master Nnamdi Kanu himself appointed to run the affairs of the IPOB until he comes back. But I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that the Biafran people, who are the children of Chukwu Okike Abiama, cannot be denied. You can't confuse them. Neither can you. You cannot confuse them in any way. You can't. It doesn't matter how you try. Today, the Biafran people are standing firm and strong, supporting our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, following every footstep and listening to the word that is coming, because our spokesperson goes to the heart of Master Nnamdi Kanu as a disciple and bring message, give to us. And then we spread it and preach it. Every single thing we say today, every single thing we do today are the same thing that Master Nnamdi Kanu would have done if he's here. We are playing the template of Master Nnamdi Kanu, that template that Master Nnamdi Kanu kept for us, and they wanted to throw it away. That template that Master Nnamdi Kanu kept for us, and they covered it. They covered it. The politicians ganged up with this Department of Saboteur. They ganged up to kill the template of Biafra. Master Simon Ekpa rose it up. Master Simon Ekpa, with the autopiloted members, carried it up, and today, Biafra have gained the highest support ever, the highest strength ever, the highest fire ever, and no going down. And today, finally, they are confessing. They are confessing that the kidnap of Master Nnamdi Kanu to stop Biafran struggle is dead. It doesn't make sense. That holding Master Nnamdi Kanu in detention is much, much more expensive than leaving him outside. And today they have no choice. That is why you see every single one of them going on their platform. That is why you see every one of them going on their platform to shout and call for the freedom of Master Nnamdi Kanu. Because they have seen that their plan have failed. Their plan have failed. Suddenly they have realized that Master Nnamdi Kanu is the most peaceful man in the southeast. Suddenly they have realized that the only man that had control over the situation in the southeast is Master Nnamdi Kanu. Initially they were claiming governors, claiming commissioners, claiming ministers, claiming lawmakers, claiming all whatnot. And they called him that boy. They called him a miscreant. But finally today, they are all crying and demanding for Master Nnamdi Kanu to come on board, even though their demand is not genuine. We don't care. Even though their demand is not genuine. But Chukwu Okike Abiama have forced them to make that confession. At least it will be on record that they have confessed that Master Nnamdi Kanu is the voice that will calm the situation. Is the voice that the Biafran people can listen to. They have confirmed it. They can't pretend anymore. But those of us who are agitating, who knows their plans and intent, we can't be deterred. They can't distract us. Their blackmail and hypocrisy cannot distract us. That is why I applaud our spokesman, Master Samuel Ekpa, who has given a mandate and order of their demand. It is one thing to make a demand, and it is one thing to make it serious. Since they think it is a game we are playing, now our spokesperson on behalf of the Biafran people have now spoken that it is not a joke. If you don't release Mazen Nandekan from now till 22nd, you will see a total lockdown on Biafra land. You haven't seen nothing yet. And that one doesn't have anything to do with the one that is coming in February. It doesn't have anything to do with the February lockdown. February lockdown will still continue. It will still continue. The February lockdown will go on as planned. But in this month that we are in, 23rd and 24th, if they refuse to release Mazen Nandekan from now to 22nd, it will be a total lockdown. 2 days total lockdown of Biafra land. And they have no choice. We have come a long way, and we are winning. It doesn't matter their blackmail, their propaganda, their hypocrisy. They can't pretend anymore. They can no longer pretend. They can't pretend. You go to the media, look at the argument they're making on the media about the release of Mazen Nandekan. When you watch their argument, you will see it clearly and plain that the autopiloted IPOB have done a marvelous job. When you see the argument that is going on media, you begin to applaud our spokesperson, Master Samuel Ekpa, for his ruggedity and his strength and consistency. When Master Nandekan told us that consistency is the key, some idiots and clowns who surrounded him refused to listen to that word. That was a key information. Consistency. And as many as have keyed into that word, consistency, as many as are consistent and has been consistent, none of us has been shaken. None of us have any regrets. We are still standing firm and strong where we are. Every one of us that is holding on that consistency, we are still very, very effective, flourishing, making headways, making success in all angles, in all ramifications, as far as this very agitation is concerned. But for those who have not been consistent, today it is sit at home, tomorrow is cancelled. The next day it is election and no election. You can see them, they are nowhere anymore. They are nowhere to be found. Even the zoo themselves have abandoned them and know that these people have no effect. Initially, the zoo thought that they would be used. Initially, the zoo thought that they were in charge. When they were claiming, Master Samuel Ekpa is not in charge. He doesn't know the ESN. He doesn't have any control. He doesn't have the... But today, the confession is coming directly from the zoo themselves. That the only man that is in charge of the affairs since Mazen Nandekan has been away is our spokesperson, Master Samuel Ekpa. And he's doing his job marvelously well. And he has given them the condition. He gave them the condition if they want situation to change. Gave them the mandate of release of Mazen Nandekan. And he told them even before now that there will be a time you will release Mazen Nandekan and it will not change anything. Always put that at the back of your mind. Share this video to every platform. Share it even to the one Nigerians. There will be a time, as many as of them that are pretending, holding Mazen Nandekan, you want to wait until 2 weeks to the election, you release Mazen Nandekan to come this way. You can't count anything. There is nothing. There's nothing you can count. That time that our spokesperson talked about is fast approaching. A time where the release of Mazen Nandekan cannot change the situation. Our countdown continues. Unchanging. Our countdown continues, and we are heavily prepared. They are going to be surprised, just as our spokesperson said, that they have been fighting the wrong fight all this while. Today, you go to the media, you see the argument. Let us release him. And they have to release him. Many say they have to release him. Those who are arguing against are saying that he is not in charge, and even if you release him, situation is going to change. It's not going to change. Some are saying release him. Release him, that's the only alternative. And the voices who are saying to release him, they are the greatest. Most importantly, the judge, the court said, release him, let him go. It is the continued detention of Mazen Nandekan that legitimizes every action we are taking. The continuous detention of Mazen Nandekan against the will of the court legitimize every action the Biafran people are taking today, and we will continue to take action and intensify it. We continue to raise the bar every day. Let them continue to pretend. Let them continue to blackmail. Let them continue to attack, continue to kill. It will not deter us. Send your technology jet to Southeast and consume as many lives as you want. You will never go scot-free, and it will not stop us. It will not stop us. The most annoying part of this hypocrisy I want people to think about today is that the very thing that we have conquered and quashed is springing up their head again. The fact that Mazen Nandekan did not, have never, ever jumped bail anywhere in the world, not in the zoo, not outside the zoo. Mazen Nandekan have not been jumped bail, have not been convicted by any law court in the world, has not jumped bail anywhere in the world. That is a fact. In the case of the Zoological Republic, Mazen Nandekan did not jump bail. The court have admitted that. The court in that zoo have admitted that. They didn't jump jail. Every evidence to show that Mazen Nandekan did not jump bail, they are online on a daily basis. But it's a sad thing to see. A sad thing to see that a journalist that's supposed to have information more than every other person, a journalist that have information that ordinary people do not have, will come out and begin to say that Mazen Nandekan jumped bail. That is the hypocrisy of the Zoological Republic. This same journalist who is supporting evil, supporting the kidnap of Mazen Nandekan, supporting the right of the abuse of the right of Mazen Nandekan. A journalist, this same journalist, we saw her on video when she was crying on the abuse of the right of people in Adamawa State. When the Adamawa people were kidnapped and ravaged by insecurity, when the terrorists were taking them away, this same person who is talking about was crying for justice. Was crying for justice. He was crying, sharing tears for justice in Asorok, where she was protesting. That same person that was calling for justice today is supporting injustice against Mazen Nandekan. Promoting injustice against Mazen Nandekan. This same woman is a journalist. She has more information than any other person has. This same woman has interviewed Mazen Nandekan one-on-one. She has interviewed Mazen Nandekan one-on-one. So she is following every activity. This woman know that Mazen Nandekan, the zoological terrorist, came to his home to kill Mazen Nandekan. Not to keep him alive. And in that process, 28 able men were mauled down. Jag was killed. In the same process, Mazen Nandekan lost his two parents. These informations are in the public. You don't need an investigation to get it. It's in the public. Even in the Facebook, just type in the Facebook, the attack in the Mazen Nandekan home. You will see the video. It was broadcasted live. The attack was broadcasted live. People were showing it live on air. That very attack that happened in the home of Mazen Nandekan. It was streamed live. And yet, what do you see? Today, you see a journalist who is supposed to know better come to the public and begin to accuse Mazen Nandekan of jumping bail. Trying to chip in something that a court in the zoo have said Mazen Nandekan do not jump bail. A case that Mazen Nandekan have won, that he didn't jump a bail. Then a journalist is opening, because Nigeria is a lawless country. And I don't know what our lawyers are doing. You know, when certain things happen, you begin to wonder, does Mazen Nandekan actually have a legal team? Does Mazen Nandekan even have a legal team at all? Or all they do is just to wear their robe and go to the court and parade themselves and come out? All they do is to wear their robes, go and parade themselves and come out. For a very long time, the only man that has been speaking has been Ifeanyi Ejimako, Aloy Ejimako. Not the Karo White idiot. Aloy Ejimako has been the only voice that has been coming recently, but of late, I guess the attack has become so intensified that he reduced his appearance on media. We know that they're after his life. We know the Kanu white lawyer who is a kidnapper is after him. The government is after him. So many attacks, he doesn't chicken out. Because we are going to overcome. And the senior advocate of Nigeria, Ozokome, what is Ozokome doing? What is Ozokome doing? How can you be watching your own client be accused falsely in the national TV? This is not a social media ranting. On national TV, or national program, by a journalist who has interviewed Mazen Nandekano and know her very well, Kadira Ahmed, insisted that Mazen Nandekano jump to bail, even when the court have said otherwise. That woman needs to be dragged to the court. We know that we can get justice in the zoo. Even in that injustice, we want to see somebody taken to court. We want to see somebody taken to court for using that language that Mazen Nandekano jump bail. We want somebody taken to court for assassination of character that Mazen Nandekano jump bail. A man who never jumped bail, who in fact came to life to announce that he is going to Abuja for his case with 1 million men as his support. He announced he's going to Abuja for his case. And before then, they sent the military to go and kill him in his home. And by the special grace of school, he escaped. This journalist has the information before her. She has it. And yet, look at her coming out to say that Mazen Nandekano jump bail. And she says it and nothing happens. Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see if the so-called legal team will fold their hands and continue to watch this evil. We know that the Zululand Republic is a lawless place. It's a lawless country. But in that lawless country, we want people to be dragged to court for making unnecessary statements, for assassinating the character of Mazen Nandekano. We want people to be taken to court for that. Yes, we want to see people taken to court for that. And I tell you, it doesn't matter how they try to pretend. It doesn't matter their lie. Every of their lie is dead on arrival. Their media trials and media lies and media debates is dead on arrival. We are here. Whatever nonsense they throw at Mazen Nandekano, we are going to destroy it and decimate it. They can never succeed. Whatever nonsense they throw again at Mazen Nandekano, it doesn't matter where they throw it from. We are going to catch it and put it in the dustbin. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano must be released unconditionally from now to 22nd. And if they refuse, 23 and 24 is a total lockdown in Biafra land. And that does not stop the next month lockdown. It will still happen. So Biafrans, prepare for what is coming. As I've always said, if you know what you have been doing since 2022, that kept you, that made us to arrive this very successful 2023 year of freedom. If you know what you have been doing that have made it possible for you to arrive successfully at this stage, intensify it, increase in your effort, add more strength, add more light, add more energy to it. This is the time to move forward. We shall overcome. It doesn't matter their propaganda. It doesn't matter their blackmail. We will definitely defeat every single one of them. What I will urge you to is to pay attention to instructions. Pay attention to every single instruction you're going to hear from Master Samuel for going forward. Attack will come, but they can never overtake us. And I would like you to go and subscribe to the backup YouTube channel of our spokesperson, Master Samuel. Our spokesperson, Master Samuel, his YouTube channel is suspended. The YouTube channel of our spokesperson, Master Samuel, is suspended. Suspended because of some graphic image he posted. Some graphic video that he shared, a video that has to do with Ikenga's uncle's killing. Because he shared a video of Ikenga's uncle's killing. So his platform was suspended. He's working on it to restore it. But before then, go and subscribe to his new channel. He has a new channel that he's opened, a new channel that is going to be as a backup. Go and subscribe there because we're going to be having broadcasts over there until we rectify the problem on the other one. These are the things we have to face as freedom fighters. We have to be at alert all the time. we must have to pay attention. You must have to be focused. Don't get distracted. Do not get distracted at any time. And always have it at the back of your mind that the enemy we are up against is a stubborn enemy. They will never relent. They will never relent in their evil. They will never stop in killing us. They can never. Just as Pharaoh did to the children of Israelites. Pharaoh was attacking the children of Israel. He refused to let them go, even when they were told to let go. Even when he saw the whole miracle that Moses did, he refused to let, until when he saw that. He left them to go. Still, he chased them to the sea. He chased them to the sea. And that was where Chukwuokakabema swallowed him and his child finally. And the children of Israel got their freedom. Today, we are in the same scenario. They will stop at nothing to fight us. They will never stop their propaganda and blackmail. They will make sure they continue to attack our platforms, our programs, and make sure that we don't make impact. But let me tell you, don't allow them to stop you. Don't allow it to stop you. That is why each time you come on the platform of a broadcast, of the auto-piloted broadcast, please share the program, share it, let it go viral, so that they cannot stop us. Share it to every Biafra you can be able to reach. Every platform you belong, including to One Nigerians. We are the ones that will tell our story. Don't allow others to tell your story. It is we that will put it out there for people to understand what is going on. And that is exactly what I'm doing on a daily basis. And I will continue to do that until Biafra comes. I will continue to, and we're going to propagate the gospel of Biafra. Even after Biafra have come, we will be there to promote Biafra. Every one of us have to stay awake. Do not buy into their propaganda and their blackmail. Do not buy into their deception. The deception will increase. Today, all of a sudden, you wake up and you see every evil man asking for the freedom of Mazen Nandekan, including Oju Zokalo, the arch enemy of Mazen Nandekan. Oju Zokalo of all people, opening his mouth to demand for Mazen Nandekan freedom. And let me tell you, the attack in Ikenga's house has a connection to his quest for Mazen Nandekan freedom. Because Ikenga was the first person. Ikenga was the first person that came out on a press interview to talk about the situation of Mazen Nandekan, to demand for his release. Ikenga was the first person. And that is why you see the attack in his house. Government is connected to it and they will never do anything about it. It is the Asorok that is sponsoring Hobus or them, directing him. After all, they are the ones giving him soldiers at every given point. Every time he needs soldiers to destroy the life of his own people, it is this same Asorok that gives him soldiers that he brags with everywhere. So the attack in his home is connected to his support for Mazen Nandekan. Because Ikenga has been outspoken, even in the court. He has been outspoken. Each time he made a case that has to do with the Biafran people and with that of Mazen Nandekan, he speaks eloquently and his stance is very clear. His stance is very clear. He's not like those who sit in between the line. He's not like those who don't want to talk about the issue of Mazen Nandekan. They don't want to mention Mazen Nandekan. Some of them will come to court, they say they didn't come because of Mazen Nandekan. Ikenga has been outspoken, and that is one of the reasons why his home was attacked. And that is another reason why the Zoological Republic will never do anything about that attack. Because they love it. They are part of it. And today, for a very long time, we have told them that the unknown gunmen they are talking about is politically sponsored. They are politicians. These are political talks. When you hear unknown gunmen, these are political talks. Well-known people by these politicians. Hope Uzodinma have his own unknown gunmen. Soludo have his own unknown gunmen. Dave Umahi have his own unknown gunmen. The other one in Enugu State have his own unknown gunmen. Every single one of them have their own unknown gunmen. And I don't know why it is difficult for people to understand. Because even while in Anambra State, before Obiano left, Obiano confessed that the unknown gunmen they are talking about, they are political talks. Hope Uzodinma have said it several times that these people politically move. And even the Orosha Sokolocha, Rusia Sokorocha pointed Hope Uzodinma directly about the issue of unknown gunmen. That he's one of the sponsors. And we have seen Hope Uzodinma use unknown gunmen on several occasions for kidnapping, for killing, for destruction of properties. And in this case of Ikenga, has made it much more clearer that the people who are the unknown gunmen are the known political thugs sponsored by the politicians. But each time you see them pushing into IPOB in order to distract the Biafra agitation, in order to demonize the Biafra agitation, in order to distract, make people hate the agitation and say that they are killing themselves. The people that have been in charge of taking innocent life all this while are political thugs sponsored by the government, sponsored by the state and federal government. Yeah, the name of channel, just Simon Ekpa. You type Simon Ekpa, you see the new channel. The new channel is Simon Ekpa. His backup channel, just Simon Ekpa. Once you type Simon Ekpa, you will see the channel. The new channel he has just opened. Just go there and subscribe. It's very, very important because that's where broadcast will be conducted now until when he comes back, when the old channel is released. Just type Simon Ekpa on YouTube. You're going to see it. I'll also post I think I'm going to post the link later on after the broadcast. I will try to post the link so that people can be able to get the link and post there. And also the link have been posted on so many autopilot groups. Many autopilot groups, the link have been shared there. And also if you go to Mazi Simon Ekpa Twitter, go to his Twitter handle, you will see the link there also. The link is there on his Twitter handle. You click from the link, you can be able to go there and subscribe. Click the notification so you can get the notification. So my beloved brothers and sisters, these are hypocrites. Every single one of them you see. These politicians from A to Z. You see, each time you see me talking about politicians, I don't exempt anybody. When I talk about the politician, the political set, I don't exempt any one of them from the smallest to the biggest. None of them is exempted. They are the same. Always pursuing their own personal interests in Abuja. Some of them want to be governors. Some of them want to be ministers. Some of them want to be lawmakers. Some want to be presidents for their own evil agenda. Evil agenda from all angles. If you look at them and see every single one of them has a personal agenda, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. That is why they will never ever support the coming of Biafra. Because the coming of Biafra will not allow them to have the influence they have today. The coming of Biafra will not allow them to continue to steal the way they are stealing today. The coming of Biafra will not give a room for them to become criminals, fraud, the kind of fraud they are committing today. Biafra will not allow them to do that. We cannot have a Biafra to empower an evil politician. We cannot have a Biafra where you will see a politician that is in court who has been jailed for fraud coming out to handle a post. We can't have that in Biafra land. And they know it very well. That is why they are joining the caliphate to fight against the Biafran people. And even as they are fighting Biafra, they don't know they are fighting against themselves. Because the same evil they are feeding, the same animal they are feeding, that animal is going to turn back and consume them. That lion they are feeding is eventually going to turn back and consume them. Today, who is hearing about Ekpa? Ekpa is one of the idiots that doesn't want to hear about Biafra. When you talk about the issue of Biafra, Ekpa will hit his head on the ground and he doesn't want to hear about it. Today, where is he? Today, where is he? He's one of the people who was fighting against it at home. He's one of the people who have sworn over their dead body will Biafra happen. Today, where is he? Immediately he was arrested, they began to plan on how to seize all his properties. They couldn't even wait for him to come back. They couldn't even give him the opportunity to come and explain. They're already seizing his properties. As if he's the only criminal. I'm not saying he's not a criminal. He's a born criminal. No. A born criminal. But what I am saying is the people who supported that criminality, the same fellow criminal who they stole together, they are the people stealing that same thing from him today. All those he has stolen, they are taking it back and keeping their own. That is why every politician in the Biafra land should be pitied. They are mad people. These are insane. No, every politician in the Biafra land, they are none of them is mentally sound. None of them is mentally sound, because if these people have senses, they will learn from what happens to every one of them. They will learn from the past. Look at Rocha Sokorocha. Rocha Sokorocha was one of the chief campaigner of late Muhammad Buhari. He campaigned vigorously for late Muhammad Buhari. Even when Biafran said, we don't want this man, Rocha Sokorocha was going from pillar to post, confessing, boasting. Remember, APC is Rocha Sokorocha in the Southeast. Today, where is he? Rocha Sokorocha have been decimated and destroyed. Even media don't want to hear about him anymore. Nobody speaks or talks about him anymore. He has been forgotten, completely forgotten. Completely forgotten. He has become totally dead politically. And still, they wouldn't learn. They wouldn't learn. Where is Obiano? Obiano, where is Obiano today? He has disappeared to thin air. Rendered useless with disgrace and insult. Property seized. Where is Ekpa? Ekpa today is serving jail. While in jail, his properties are seized. And the same fate will happen to every single one of them, including this Hope Uzodinma today that is killing his own people. Hope Uzodinma, the chief murderer, the chief executioner of the Biafran people, Hope Uzodinma. His own situation will be worse. It will be so bad that he will not have a place to run to. His own situation will be so bad that he will have nothing to protect him. That is what is going to happen to Hope Uzodinma. And the same fate will be for all of them, including the idiot in Anambra State. Including the idiot in Anambra State. They will never learn. Simon Ekpa, click Simon Ekpa. When you click Simon, write Simon Ekpa on YouTube, you're going to see the new channel. The new channel will spring up. You know, it's not visible yet. The new channel is not visible. So when you type Simon Ekpa, you have to scroll and search. When you type Simon Ekpa, you scroll down and search. Look for the channel. You're going to find it. It's not yet. It doesn't have influence yet. So when you type it to Twitter handle, when you get to the Twitter handle, you will see that the link. He posted the link there, or some other autopilot group. The link is posted there. I can't be able to put the link. I would have put the link on my comment section, but I can't be able to do that now. I can't be able to do that. So if there is anybody who have been able to connect that, please share the link on the comment section so that others can click there and subscribe. The account has been suspended because of the graphic video he shared yesterday. The graphic video he shared about the uncle of Ikenga that was murdered. So the platform was suspended. So that's why he has to make an emergency account. From that place, we are going to be listening today. From that place, we're going to make in some broadcasts. So try and connect there and subscribe. So my fellow Biafrans, as I was saying, this is the part of the battle we have to face as agitators. Even as I'm talking to you, in this my platform, I have more than 10,000 viewers, 10,000 subscribers. I have more than 10,000 subscribers. In the actual sense, when we come on live stream, we are supposed to have at least 500 people watching. At least. But they will not allow that. It is not because we are not doing what we are supposed to do. It is because in social media, the gospel of Biafra is a terror to them. They don't allow it to go far. They don't allow our message to go far. The attack is coming from all angles. They report our channel, they attack it, they do all manner of things. So our viewers are restricted. When you come on live program, they will not send notification to people. People will not get notification. When your subscriber doesn't get notification, how can they join you? They can't join. That is why each time we come online, we beg you to share and like. When you share and like, you will help to wake up people. When you click like and you share, you are helping to wake up people to join the platform. We are still on the radical evangelism. We are still on that radical evangelism, and we continue to do it until Biafra comes. Remember the sharing of poster in Biafra land. It is still ongoing. The replacement of any political poster with the poster of referendum and release of Mazen Nandekan is still ongoing, and we continue until Biafra comes. Every one of us should pay attention to the time that we are in. We are in a time of war, in a situation of war. And the zoo are getting the information. That is why they are preparing all different kinds of arsenals against us, including bringing mercenaries to come and fight us. But even if they like, let them go and bring their mercenaries. We are not deterred. Their mercenaries cannot make us to change our views. Their mercenaries cannot frighten us. They cannot threaten us. They cannot make us say, oh, we don't want to fight for Biafra anymore. They don't know what is coming. They don't know what is coming. And they're going to be surprised. I thank Chukwu Okike for where the struggle is today. I am happy. I thank Chukwu Okike that I'm part of this very movement. If you are autopiloted, you should be thanking Chukwu Okike. You have done marvelously well. If nobody praises you, praise yourself. If you are autopiloted, if nobody praises you, I bet you praise yourself. You have done marvelously well. Because it is because of your consistency. That is why today, Mazen Nandekano still remains on the front burner. That is why today, they cannot deny the fact that Mazen Nandekano is in charge of Biafra land. That is why today, they cannot deny the fact that the only man whose voice is going to wake up the Biafran people is Mazen Nandekano. You can't deny that. No matter how you try to pretend, you can't deny that. The more you continue to deny it, it will continue to come to your face. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of us and give us the strength to be an overcomer. The war we are fighting is a terrible war. It's a terrible and secret war. But remember, we are going to make it open. And while we are going to that stage, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike, prepare yourself for what is coming. Prepare yourself. Each time you hear an instruction, mainly sit at home, obey it. On that area, I applaud all our Biafran brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Every child, every mother, every father, every sister, every brother, men and women in Biafra land, I applaud every one of you. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of you. You are doing marvelously, marvelously well. It is not easy. If anybody tells you it's easy, that person will be lying and joking to himself. It is not easy. For you to stand your ground in the face of all the attack, in the face of all the killing, in the face of all the blackmail, and yet you are standing your ground, sitting at home every single Monday, including today. Including today, Biafra land is closed down. People are sitting at home. If you are genuinely sitting at home and part of it, I tell you that Chukwu Okike will never allow you to lack. You will never ever lack, and death will never see you. You are going to witness Biafra. Because when you are sitting at home diligently, you are telling Chukwu Okike that you are ready to go. You are making your case very clear before Chukwu Okike that you are ready to go. And as for those who are not keen into the program, don't bother yourself about them. Only pray for them. That when one Nigeria happens to them, they will be alive to tell the story. Every one of you should pass this information and let it go wild. That if Mazen Nandekano is not released from now till 22nd, we will have a total lockdown of Biafra land, 23rd and 24th. Our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, have sent out the instruction as agreed by Biafran people. Biafran people have agreed that if Mazen Nandekano is not released from now till 22nd of this month, Biafra land will be locked down. 2 days sit at home. 23rd and 24th. To let the world know that enough is enough. We cannot continue to watch Mazen Nandekano being incarcerated unlawfully. Even in his ill health. Even when it is very clear that his health is failing. His health is failing. There is no access to medication. They have not even allowed his own personal physician to meet him. No medication whatsoever. And Mazen Nandekano's health is deteriorating on a daily basis. We cannot be silent anymore. We are going to speak in the language they understand. From 23, if they didn't do Mazen Nandekano from now to 22nd. Keep that in your heart. And I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike, as I always say, it is our duty to protect Biafran people and Biafran land and their properties. Life and properties. That is what our responsibility is, to safeguard it. And that is why you must pay attention to every single information you hear. Give heed to it. Don't take it for a joke. Don't take it for granted. Every single information that comes your way, take it serious. It is for you to be alive. It will keep you alive. It will carry a long way. It will make you to be part of the freedom we are talking about. But if you choose the other way around, I'm sorry, we can't help you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect everybody who have joined us on this broadcast from the beginning to the end. If you have joined from Biafran land, special thanks to you. You have joined from any part of the world, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you and make you be part of those who will witness Biafra as it comes. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all the Ududua people, all the Biafran people, all the Middle Belters, every single person that is genuinely fighting for freedom. You will see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our ESN, the volunteer force, the army of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect them, secure them, build a wall around them, protect them, save them from the hand of the no weapon of the enemy will penetrate them. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect our Umuada, Honorable Azoka. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama strengthen her, give her more strength and power to fight on until we get to our promised land. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the Umuada, guide and protect all our media warriors, our media team that are doing marvelous work in their various platforms, speaking on a daily basis, making impact. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every single one of you, give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to stand firm until we get into Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every other force that is fighting along with us to make sure that Biafra comes. The BNL, the BNG, and every other armed group that is willing and ready, genuinely fighting for the coming of Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you, secure you, and be your guide. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We commit Mazi Simon Ekpa in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiyama for protection, for security, for favor, for strength. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama build a wall around him that no forces of the enemy shall penetrate, both spiritually and physically. We commit our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect him, secure him wherever he is. Give him good health. Send doctors for him spiritually. Let them begin to minister to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tonight. Let spiritual doctors be sent tonight to begin to minister to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every poison they have injected into him, every infection in his body, whatever attack is having his chain, whatever attack is having in his heart, whatever attack is having in his body, any form of attack in his health, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama send doctors spiritually tonight to minister to him and heal him completely. Give him strength, give him revelations, give him wisdom, teach him and tell him what to do. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his path. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter what they do. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me for this program. I will see you again tomorrow. Please remember, go and subscribe to the new channel of our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The backup channel, go and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining and stay blessed. See you again. Bye.